that your audience won't be as comfortable with is my claim that the earliest Christians didn't think Jesus was God. They eventually came to say Jesus was God, but it's not what the earliest followers said, the ones who said that he got raised from the dead. And secondly, Jesus wasn't invented as a dying, rising God because the earliest Christians didn't think he was God. That was a later development within Christianity.
So Jesus, by the Council of Nicaea, ended up being God. Not a subordinate God, but God from eternity past. Christ had always existed as God and was equal in glory with God the Father. This is well beyond what you find in the New Testament in its affirmations of who Christ is. And it is so far beyond anything that came out in the teachings of the historical Jesus that you just wonder, is this the same religion? Is it the same religion? Jesus was preaching that there's going to be a judgment of God soon when God intervenes to destroy the forces of evil and set up a good kingdom on earth. And Jesus might have thought that he was going to be the king of this new kingdom. That was Jesus' teaching. Now the teaching about Jesus is that he was God, equal with God the Father, for eternity past, not just billions and billions of years ago, all the way back. There never was a time when he didn't exist with God as an equal with. That is so different. Well, yeah, it is different. Welcome to the historical study of Christianity. This is
the view that there is a trinity of three beings who are all God. They're equally God. They're equally powerful, equally all-knowledgeable, equally eternal. They've all existed forever. There are three of them, Father, Son, and Spirit. And yet there's only one God. There's one God manifest in three persons. Well, but if you got three of them, there are three gods, right? No, there's only one. Okay, there's one, then there's not three, right? No, there are three. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Right. If it made any sense, it wouldn't be a mystery. The Trinity is a mystery, which means you cannot understand it. And if you think you understand it, you misunderstand it. This became the traditional view of Christianity. All four of these views, Docetism, separationism, modalism, and the Trinity, all four of those are logical outworkings of the view that Christ is God while God is God. They have different logics that are driving them, but all four of them are logical. They all make sense. It's just one of those views ended up becoming the Orthodox view, that there are three persons, all of whom are God. My point is, the early Christians did not think this. You will not find this doctrine in the New Testament. This doctrine is a later doctrine that developed out of earlier views. The earliest Christians came to believe that Jesus had been exalted to God's right hand at his resurrection, and they thought that therefore God had made him a divine being. 300 years later, they were saying that Jesus had always existed, that he was co-eternal with the Father, he was co-omniscient with the Father, and that he, in fact, was God Almighty himself, the creator of all things.